Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Anne, and do consider subscribing. Join this channel for gist, information and entertainment, guys. So today I wanted to talk about an issue. Do we like each other? Because in my opinion, in my observation, I feel we don't help each other at all, both in Nigeria and outside the country. I have seen this so many times, and I feel I'm going to do a video about it, and I want us to talk and chat in the comment section. So we, in recent times, couple of days ago or weeks ago, Nigerians were facing racism in South Africa, and they were expelled. Some Nigerians have, packed up their bags and they've gone back to Nigeria. And this is not just a South African issue, it's all over the world. Nigerians are now facing huge, not now, like they've always been facing discrimination, but some countries are worse than others. And a lot of people have come online, they're saying, oh, they don't like Nigerians because we're hardworking, we're this, we're that. But do we Nigerians, do we even like each other? In my observation, I think Nigerians, we don't help each other at all. And the first thing I notice is that we are so terrible. Nigerians are so terrible with information sharing useful information and passing useful information. We are terrible at it. I find that when you travel, when you leave Nigeria and you travel, or maybe you don't have family members, or maybe you do have family members, and you leave your country and you get to another country and you need information, maybe for job, papers that you need to stay in the country, or maybe you're in the process of legalizing yourself in the country, and you just normally, rationally, you'd be like, oh, let me go and talk to a fellow Nigerian that has been in this country for 20 years, 30 years, somebody that is probably like a manager in his company, someone that their foot is strong on the ground, like they know what's happening, right? And you meet them and you're asking them, oh, what can I do? Or maybe I'm processing my application, could you please look at my papers, could you just information, useful information. They find it. Nigerians are so bad. They'll be doing you like this, oh, come today, come tomorrow, or they will give you information that is outdated, that is not relevant. And this issue, I used to think it's about is maybe people that are not educated, maybe that they don't know, not that they don't know the information. You think you'll be expecting something different from educated Nigerians, from people that are not as educated, but they are the same. They are very, it's difficult for them to share information. And from my experience, this is what I've realized, guys. Some Nigerians, maybe they left their country 20-30 years ago, and it took them maybe 20 years, 5 years to get their paper. Yes. So if you're in Nigeria, you think you just take plane, you just land in whatever country, Germany, America, and they start working. It's not like that. It takes some people years, some people 10 years, 20 years. It is hell for some people to get paper. So, or job or whatever, it's not just paper. And you're asking them, like, how did you go about it? Obviously they've made mistakes along the way and they've learned from it. But because it has taken them such a long time and they had to go through maybe horrible experiences to get this information, they won't give it. They will not pass it from you. They will give you rubbish information. I think when I was speaking to someone, I was like, someone was asking a man, like an elderly man. I happened to be there. He was asking the man some information, right? And the man gave him wrong information. And I was there. And when the guy left, and I asked this elderly man, I was like, why did you give him that information? He was like, it took me, do you know how many years? I suffered. I trek from Spain to another. Do you know how many? I was working on the farm in Spain. I was working in factory in Paris. I was trekking all over Europe looking for paper. It took me years to get paper. I think I would just give him information like that. So I think it's because they've gone through this so much struggle. They become hard in their heart. They become hard in all. They are jealous. There's another thing about jealousy, like you're young. I'll just give you this information. You just use this information. You just help yourself get that job. You just help yourself up the ladder. What took me, some people, I've met a professor that, like, she's at the top in her game. She's a lecturer, yeah. And she still found it difficult to pass job info. Like, it's not even paper this time. It's like, how do you get this job? How do you, because you're inspired by them. You're inspired by a fellow Nigerian leaving the country, coming here and making it big for themselves, and you're asking, because you want to follow that path as well, you want to be successful, and you're asking this professor, like, how do I get this? How do I get up the ladder? Like, show me the way. And they don't want to show you the way because it took them 10 years to get there. Why should it take you 1 year? So we're pulling ourselves down by hiding this information. I feel like it's a bit selfish. They're not looking at the big picture. A lot of Nigerians want to be the only one at the top. Maybe in the organization they have like 10 white managers and they are the only black managers. They feel like they should be the only one there. Like, they will do everything in their way to give you bad information or to get you out of the job. Like, they will do office politics to the extent that you get kicked out of the job. They want to be the only one in charge. They want to be the only one at the top, so that you're constantly looking, they want, I don't know, I think they want you to be constantly looking at them at the top, like you can't get there. I find it strange, because I noticed that, on the contrary, when a white person is the only one at the top, they're trying to kick out the other people and trying to bring other white person, because they understand that when you fall, the people you've helped, I mean, like, when you fall, they can pull you back up. You understand? I noticed, like, white people, not just white people, even Chinese, Asians, Pakistan, Indians, they have this mentality of, we need to pull each other up. We need to build, because there is strength in numbers. That's what we Nigerians don't realize, that there's strength in numbers. But I don't know, like, I have met some people that have stayed 20 years before they got their paper, and there's this sense of jealousy, like, how can you just come last year, you want information? I don't know why Nigerians don't help each other. And it is not just in Nigeria. It's not just abroad. Even in Nigeria, I have experienced whereby people that are doing well, business well in Nigeria, and you approach them, you're not even asking them to show you, to introduce you to their supplier. You're not asking them their logistics. You're not asking them the detail, the nitty-gritty of the job. You're not asking. You're just asking simple questions. Oh, what business do you do? We thank God, oh. Now God, oh. God. You will ask the white man, oh, what business do you do? Because it's successful, right? You're inspired, you're motivated by them. They'll tell you, oh, I'm into construction. I've got a construction company. Oh, I've got a catering company. I do. They're very open to sharing information. Or they'll say, oh, I'm into marketing. I run my own business. And that's the problem. We have this crab in the barrel mentality. We'll keep reinventing the wheels because we don't want to share or pass information. Someone would have this mass experience, mass opportunity, and to pass it down to their younger generation is terrible. And I used to think that this just happens amongst strangers, like, maybe they don't owe you anything. But it also happens among family members, brothers and sisters, competing. I want to be the only successful person. They will give you, some people will go ahead and give you terrible information that will land you in trouble. Like, they will intentionally spoil. Oh God, they will give you terrible information so that you'll be in a mess. Some people have been in a mess because their sisters gave them. So some people give you bad information that before you climb out of it, 10 years has passed. Some family members, they do it. And I would always say competition is good. Healthy competition is good. But within the Nigerian community, we have a lot of unhealthy ideology. We have a lot of unhealthy thinking. And it is not just the people that didn't go to school. Even the educated ones, it is shocking that they don't understand that paying it forward, sharing information, you're not being selfless. You're not doing it for that person. Like, if I give you information, I'm not saying, oh, I helped Funke or I helped Chidim or whatever. What I'm saying in my mind is that the more of us at the top, the better it is for us, because we can have this power. We can now have change the system to at least we can influence the system to at least favor us in some extent, because the people at the top, they are making decisions. The managers at the top, they're making decisions that will favor their fellow people. That's the truth. You understand? I just when I see fellow Nigerians giving themselves bad information, I'm like, they don't see the bigger picture. I've experienced it countless times in church. Someone that just came from Nigeria, they just they expect good people to be in church. They just gonna meet one old elderly person and they be like, oh, mama or papa, any information that can be useful for me, and they will just start downloading and nonsense to this person. As an elderly people, what do you have to gain? Experienced people, what do you have to, when you're not passing your experience or your information down to the coming generation? We're just wasting time. We're just reinventing the wheels, guys. I don't know, like, Nigerians, we don't help each other at all. Not that everybody, very few Nigerians help their fellow Nigerians, very few. And people keep saying, oh, South Africans don't like us, these people don't like. Do fellow Nigerians, do you like yourself? It's a question we should be asking. Do we like ourselves? We need to start sharing information, useful, meaningful information to each other. I know that it, get information for 20 years, you definitely have gone through a tough time, but it doesn't mean the next person coming behind you needs to go through a tough time. I don't think it's reasonable, because you've seen. That's the problem. They say, I've seen hard life, why should your own life be easy? It doesn't make sense to me. Like, does it make sense to you guys? So guys, leave your thoughts. I want to hear what you have to say about this information, because the more I'm seeing it, is like the more backward, Nigerians, the more backward everything is going, and it's so, guys. Anyway, leave your thoughts in the comment section. I reply to everybody. I want to hear your opinion, your thoughts. Let's have a conversation and keep it going. Anyway, guys, I always say this: you can share this, because it's not everybody that is on YouTube, so you can feel free to share it on WhatsApp. Some people might need this information. They might not think, oh, let me go and check YouTube, or they might not know that this channel exists. Fair enough. This channel, do share it on WhatsApp, on Facebook, share it with your family and friends, and let us keep this conversation going. Like I always say, do hit the subscribe button, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye guys.